So this is Holmakra, new map for 22. Now I never played on the one on 19, so this is new for me. Let's go! Right, so Holmakra 22. This is by Pixel Farm and Oscar 8599. 207.78 megabyte on the download, and it says welcome to Holmakra 22. This is a forestry only map based on a Scandinavian setting with steep hills and lots of trees, and that is an understatement. It really is, because there is a ton of trees, absolutely loads. Right, so what are we talking about from a slot count perspective? If you come on all three game modes, that's right, you all start with the same equipment. You use 619 slots, which is alright actually for a map with this amount of trees on, I must admit. So what we're talking about from an equipment point of view, so if we go into this menu here, so you've got under medium tractors, we've got the Voucher 8750. Under wheel loaders, we've got the Class Torian 1511. Under trailers, we've got the Brantner Z18051-2 XXL Powerflex. That's a long name for a trailer. Under forestry equipment, we've got the Kessler 144ND. And under wheel loader tools, you've got the Maxi High Dump Bucket, the Maxi Log Fork, and then the Maxi Pallet Fork. Now, there is one thing I would say about the start equipment, because obviously we're on New Farmer here, and obviously it goes across all three game modes. You need to chop down trees on this map. That's a given for a forestry type of map, but you haven't got anything to chop the trees down with. You're going to need to, at the very least, get a chainsaw. But there's no tree harvester, which I think is a bit strange. Anyway, we'll carry on. What we're looking at from a map perspective, if this is your PDA, got all these different colours on it, and you've got a key down the side. And you've got recently regenerated, spruce dominated old, pine dominated old, deciduous forest. Now I had to look up what deciduous forest meant, and it says on Google, deciduous, a tree or shrub shredding its leaves annually. Ah, there you are, a little bit of education for you. And then you've got retention areas, which tend to be for water retention, is what Google also said, and that's what we're looking at. So if you come on New Farmer, you're going to start with this area up here, so block 4 and block 2. Obviously they are, if you was to buy that, I'll click on that, 598,000 to buy, and they go up in various prices. I mean, you come down here like 672, 368. I think one of the cheapest areas is that one there. No, maybe not, because you can't click on that on its own. There's lots of different ones knocking around, so you go for whichever one you want to on your price perspective. You start the map here, right at the top, right by the shop. So over here, you've got your main shop area. Trigger at the front. So you hit that, you want to buy something, and then it loads into this area here. Got a little weighbridge if you want to. There's no... Oh, it's at this end. Oh, I don't weigh anything. Lost a bit of weight. Fair enough. And we'll spin around here. We've got a shed. This is where all your main equipment is kept. So we'll open that door like that. There we are. And inside we've got the workshop. So obviously pull your vehicle over by the hatch marking area. Hit the spanner icon. And you're good to fix everything. So we come out of there. Back down here. Got another shed over there. And here, something a little different actually for this map. So you own both of these buildings on all three game modes. So if we come to that, manage production chain. So we've got a sawmill and we've got a drying station. So a sawmill, obviously you're going to put wood in and you get planks out, but you also get boards 3.5 meter, and then boards 3, which is a slightly thinner one, also at 3.5 meter. Then you can put those boards into the dryer and you'll get a better price for them, which is how you put planks in, you get boards 1, you put the boards 2 in and you get dry boards 2, and then obviously boards 3 in gets you dry boards 3. All very simple. So there's your production chain menu for the sawmill. Obviously you got your loading in point there, and then you hit your sell wood icon there. And we come down here. You got your taken out point for your wood chips. And here is your pallet spawn point for the sawmill. And I'm going to put a picture up from when I was having a little mess around with this. And the pallets are slightly different. All the pallets from the sawmill and the dryer are 1700 litres. Alright, fair enough. Then you come around, so this is the actual dryer section. So you got your production chain menu there, which is also the loading in point. There's no icon for the loading in point, but you load it in over here. Then we'll come down the other end, where your pallet spawn point is. And again, I'll put a picture up again of the pallets, because they look slightly different. They're like wrapped up in white plastic. 1700 litres again. Ah, that's alright, slightly different option. Obviously this is a forestry map. Right, so we'll now come out of here. I'm going to go over to the sleep trigger. This is a diesel tank here. Just for aesthetics though, isn't it? There's no buy point for it, which is random. So we'll come out of here and we'll go down the road a little to open that gate. Down this road, obviously as you walk down this bit, you'll just see that there's absolute ton of trees, all different types as well, which I think is brilliant. So hang a left into here is your sleep trigger. This is here on all 3 game modes, which is why you have the same slot count. So you've got your sleep trigger there, and come down the side here, and we've got the wardrobe trigger, and that's it for this top of the area. So we're now going to come, if we go back into the map, we're going to come all the way down to this area here. Right, so what have we got in this area? Well, first off, this is your wood chip sell point. Obviously you get it out the sawmill, come down here, sell it all off. And then over here you got a sell wood icon there. But the actual trigger itself to sell the boards, the dry boards that is, if we come in here, is in here. And this is what the pallets look like once they've come out the dryer. It's that Nordic sawmill. Oh, I like that. That is very nice. And that is it. So if we go into the construction menu, we'll have a little flyover. You just see actually how many trees there is. Because it is... you got to have a look at it. Because there is loads. It's like tree after tree after tree after tree. Different ones, obviously different lengths. I mean, you go to the regenerated areas ones, obviously we're lower down there, so you can see the height difference. You've got ones that are grown, ones that are newly planted, and next door to that you've got the older ones. This is ace. I mean, if you're into your forestry, this is a really good map for you. As I said, I never played Holmakra on 19, so this is a new one for me, but obviously people do like their forestry, and this is a great map for doing it. Really nice. Right, so that's your map tour done for you. Drop it in the comments below. What are you going to do once you cleared out some of those trees? Are you going to put some animal pens down? Are you going to get some farming on the go? Plow out some fields? We'll see what people are doing. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.